Hello Game of Thrones fans, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lady Firesnow.
And I was Ramsay's prisoner. Yara.
Come and get her.
Tried to save
If
me.
you are not caught up with everything that's happened through Season 7,
only one.
this is your spoiler warning.
I tried to save you.
Not for me! For Yara!
She needs me now.
So why are you still talking to me?
You stand accused of murder,
And yet you betrayed
you stand
her.
accused of treason.
I loved you. More than anyone.
And yet you betrayed me.
Thank you for all your many lessons, Lord Baelish.
Daenerys will win this war.
You want Cersei to bend the knee? You
This
can
isn't
ask yourself.
about noble houses. This is about the living and the dead.
Cersei thinks the army of the dead is nothing but a story. What if we prove her wrong? Bring the dead to her.
When it came at me, I didn't think about the world, not at all. All I could think about was keeping those gnashing teeth away from the ones who matter most, away from my family.
I don't believe you.
My armies will not stand down. Turn.
You're pregnant.
I will not pull them back to the capital. I will march them north to fight alongside you in the Great War.
I pledged to ride north. I intend to honor that pledge.
And that will be treason.
That's not how it ends for you, brother. You know who's coming for you.
You're not like everyone else. And your family hasn't seen it,
You were right from the beginning. If I trusted you, everything would be different.
You're still here.
I can't have children.
So what now?
It's your decision, Your Grace. But if we're gonna be allies in this war, it's important for the Northerners to see us as allies. If we sail to White Harbor together, I think it sends a better message.
Father Smith, warrior.
He and old Rhaegar's married to Alia.
Crone, stranger,
He wed Rhaegar
I
and
am
Lyanna in a
Rhaenys.
secret ceremony.
and she is mine. From this day until the end of my days.
Robert's rebellion was built on a lie. Rhaegar didn't kidnap my aunt or rape her. He loved her. He's never been a bastard. He's the heir to the Iron Throne.
If we don't win this fight, then that is the fate of every person in the world.
We are going to destroy the Night King and his army.
Thank you, my queen. There is only one war that matters. The Great War. And it is here.
What will be the closing scene, or what would you like to see the closing scene be?
The closing scene will be the Iron Throne being melted down. The scene I would like to see would be Tyrion ruling because Jon and Dany are both dead and their child is not old enough to rule.
I do want it to have a happy ending. I think a good ending would be to be back at Winterfell with Stark's back in charge and with no big bad threats out there. I mean, the wall is down, so we don't have anything coming out from there. And then the wildlings are no longer the enemies. So yeah, just having back at Winterfell, back in the north where we started this.
I kind of think that we're going to see both John and Danny out of the picture if they end up having a child that is going to be like raised by a trio of people. Maybe Sansa as the regent, Tywin and Davos to like usher in a mature, like, well-rounded leader.
But I'm going to agree with you. I think either one of them, if not both of them, is going to die at the end.
George A. loves to kill his characters. I mean, and then there's the whole theme of, like, power corrupts. Have you seen or read any of the articles on the parallels between George R. R. Martin's, like, family history? That he grew up in a town where they originally owned a bunch of properties and was, like, the disappearance defense kind of. And,
really?
Yeah, and
I did not know that. That's really cool information.
So his, you know, achievement with the Song of Ice and Fire somewhat is not wish fulfillment. Like, he's a bit of a Danny. He's like reclaiming the lost family name himself. But I think, you know, she's not gonna get up there and stay on the Iron Throne without like paying for the descent. You know, she's committed while trying to gain back. I'm very interested to see though who's gonna be, if it's gonna be Jon or Tyrion who's riding that dragon.
Yeah.
I'm not going to predict a closing scene, but I understand that there probably will be an epilogue that would take place years afterwards, which I think will be a good wrap-up for the show.
For this story to end, one has to conquer the other. But I don't think that this is a permanent or final solution to this good versus evil or light versus dark. The way I see the series ending is, yes, good conquering evil, but it's more of a temporary conquer with some sort of foreshadowing or knowing that eventually the night will return and hopefully the mortals will be prepared yet again.
I want to see that ending. I want to see that classic, like, fantasy movie ending where somebody, like, it's right after the end of the huge battle and somebody just sits down on the Iron Throne because they need a place to sit, and then they slowly come to the realization that, like, all of Westeros has been completely, like, erased because of a conflict for this one seat, and now they have it, and it was all pointless.
Yeah. The final book is titled Dream of Spring, Blue Rose growing out of the wall.
Yeah, she sees a blue rose growing out of the wall.
Again, a hint that they couldn't put in the show because it's like, oh, that's Jon.
Right. So it's often interpreted as that's her knowing who Jon is, like through her magical Targaryen blood or whatever the House of the Undying does to people. It's never really explained. But,
lots of drugs.
Right, but she also sees a future of Snow on the Iron Throne, which can be interpreted two ways as well. Either the White Walkers get to the Iron Throne and it's just decimated and it doesn't matter anymore, or Jon Snow goes on the throne.
Yeah.
But what if the blue flowers coming through the ice is like the wall falls, obviously.
Yeah.
So then, what if the end scene is like spring blooming underneath it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a literal dream of spring, a literal interpretation of like spring is coming.
Yeah, and that's just such a George R. R. Martin thing to like foreshadow something in one sentence 6 books before.
Yeah.
Will we see the Citadel again?
No, I believe we will not see the Citadel again.
Sam and Gilly have already left the Citadel, so I don't think we'll see us going back unless maybe it's just a quick shot of the Citadel being destroyed by the Army of the Dead.
Will we see the Citadel again? No.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna see that again. In the books, I definitely think it's gonna have a bigger role to play than in the show, especially because we're only gonna get like what 6 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't think that we're gonna see the Citadel again in the show.
No.
Howland Reed, father of Mira and the late Jojen Reed, is the last remaining and surviving alive person that was at the Tower of Joy when Eddard Stark was given Aegon, aka Jon Snow, by Lyanna. Howland could have a very important role in the series because he is, again, the last surviving person that knows that Jon isn't truly Eddard's bastard, but is actually the offspring of Lyanna and Rhaegar. However, I'm not quite sure if Howland is going to be a part of the series or not, since now Samwell Tarly has the information that Lyanna and Rhaegar were married, and Bran is the Greenseer that can actually go back in time to witness what has happened. I don't know if people are going to trust Bran or Sam, So Helen could still have a part to play in that.
Children of the
I
forest,
do, however, definitely think that we're going to see Mira again. Mira Reed, his daughter, who most famously dragged Bran through the snow and never got a thank you or an apology.
I believe we will see Howland Reed in a flashback of Bran's that will be pivotal in Jon understanding his true lineage.
There are so many storylines and characters, stories that need to be wrapped up, that I can't see them introducing any more new characters. But as with Game of Thrones, all bets are off, so the adult Howland Reed might show up, but I wouldn't bet money on it.
On the show, they're not going to touch Howland.
Yeah.
I think in the book he's going to be integral to sort of revealing that Jon is a Targaryen thing,
Yeah.
or at least backing it up, because obviously I think there's still the window. Like, Sam is going to...
Yeah,
I mean, he's going to out that.
Will we see the Isle of Faces or the God's Eye? If yes, why?
Yes, we will see that because it was a major role in the first Long Night. I believe they will go there again. They will obtain some knowledge that will help them defeat the Night King.
Will we see the Isle of Faces on the God's Eye Island? No, we're just not going to see that. Are we?
I also can't see them really bringing us to any new locations. This last season they did a really good job of, shrinking down our locations and getting everybody on the same place, so I can't think they'll introduce us to anything new, such as the Isle of Faces or the God's Eye.
I'm not sure what purpose it would serve on the show.
Yeah, again, on the show, probably not. In the books,
maybe.
Yeah, they've sort of referenced it. Like, there's this one moment where the White Walkers have killed a bunch of Night Watch members,
Yeah.
and it pulls out to an overhead shot, and you see sort of the same pattern that's in the God's Eye,
Yeah.
and the Isle of Faces. But I think, no, they've been referencing it, but I don't think it's...
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal in the show.
I mean, maybe it's the last stand. Maybe it's the place where the endgame goes down. But
yeah, we don't know.
I'm not quite sure if we're going to see the God's Eye or the Isle of Faces in the final season of Game of Thrones. I think them being located in the Riverlands, connected to Harrenhal, is extremely important, and I do think that Harrenhal has a part to play in the final season. If Harrenhal is in the final season, I do think that we'll at least see the God's Eye, but maybe not the Isle of Faces. But I do think that it all rests on the importance of Harrenhal to the writers of the show. I think Harrenhal's a really interesting castle. It's ill-fated, has bad omens, and was lastly owned or ruled by Lord Peter Baelish, who we saw in the last season finale have his life end.
Will we see Lightbringer? Tell me your thoughts on that.
We will see Lightbringer because we've seen him the whole time. Lightbringer is actually the dragon.
Will we see Lightbringer? I'm going to say no.
Well, did the Red Woman actually resurrect Jon, or are we going to see Davos as having a connection with Lightbringer, or is that a red herring?
That's a lot of stuff to think about right there.
The Lightbringer panel was awesome yesterday. They talked about how so many different characters all are filling Azor Ahai, Reborn, and Barry, but I love the Davos sort of fit with it. Also, Davos is just a great character, so I'd love to have him see, like, role with prophecy and everything.
I think it's Jon and Dany's weird love child.
Yeah.
So hopefully their baby makes it to term and then doesn't get murdered immediately.
I think that Jon is Lightbringer.
So we've seen him this whole time?
Yeah. The Night's Watch vows, though. I am the Sword in the Darkness. I mean, come on. I'm probably interpreting it a little bit more literally than it should be. I'm probably way off base.
I mean,
but
George does that.
Yeah. However, we saw Drogon warm up very well to Jon Snow in the past season, and I'm thinking that maybe Jon is the prince that was promised, and Lightbringer is really Drogon. I think Dany is definitely going to die in the next season, and I think as a part of kind of reclaiming what she stood for, Jon will ride Drogon into battle, effectively making Drogon Lightbringer and conquering the Night of the Night King.
Who would you kill? Who would you bed? Who would you wed?
I would kill Cersei, I would bed Missandei, and I would wife Marjorie.
Now that we're approaching the end of the series and choosing from the main characters that are left alive, I'm going to choose Jaime and Dany to bed, Tyrion and Brienne to wed, and Euron and Cersei to kill. That's my edition of Bed, Wed, Kill, Westeros style.
I just choose to like be a silent sister and not worry about this one for the third time. What would happen if you killed Cersei? Like, if Cersei was just all of a sudden out of the game.
I mean, it definitely created a power vacuum. Assuming that Jon and Dany are alive after Cersei's dead.
Right.
You would marry Brendan Tully? Adorable.
Even if it means I get stabbed to death at my own wedding. Except she didn't die. She was dragged up from holding captivity, but you know.
It's whatever.
I just don't think anybody should have a wedding anymore in Westeros. I think they should abolish the practice, because apparently the only thing that happens is you get murdered.
Or sexually assaulted.
Or sexually assaulted.
Or you're a child bride.
Or kidnapped and kept in a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
For political purposes.
That's really nice.
Oh, it was Tormund.
Oh, right. Who are you gonna marry besides Tormund?
Besides Tormund.
Oh wait, now you can marry Jon.
What?
You didn't...
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, because you didn't marry him before. Ooh, who'd you bed?
Ned?
Fair enough. Okay. Why not just do another one of Dany's exes?
You know, I would fingle Dario. Let's be real.
Okay.
Cersei and Cersei.
No.
What?
Not in that order, though.
Okay, but you're thinking about Jaime.
Yeah.
So would you bed him or wed him?
I don't think he'd ever get married on Sister Brienne. But I don't think he'd marry her either. I don't think he believes in the institution of marriage.
I feel like as long as he was separated from Cersei, he would be a good husband.
He's a better person when he's away from her in general.
Yeah, period. Sorry,
So-
Shepers.
Awesome. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for sharing with us.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Bye-bye.
So I hope this answers all of the questions. I had a fun time answering them. They were very interesting. I had a great time at Con of Thrones 2018. I can't wait for 2019. Thank you so much to Lady Firesnow for these awesome questions and for being an awesome trivia buddy and just an all-around awesome person that we hung out with over the weekend. So take care.
All right, everybody. I'd just like to thank Lady Firesnow for letting me on her channel. It's your boy, fifth son of House Horsebane. We hold our own. I'm out.
Enough. Don't. Well, thank y'all so much for sharing with me. I really appreciate it.
That was
It's gonna be
fun.
I can't wait.
Well, thanks so much for joining me today.
It was a pleasure.
All right.
Again, I'm Queen Aslan on Instagram, aka Becca, or please stop doing that, you're making everything awkward.
And I'm a Laurel Bright Cosplay, aka Laurel. Well, Laurel Bright Cosplay on Instagram, I should say. I'm more in real life.
Yeah, when I read it, I don't understand how to spell it because it's spelled YANNYRAE.
I'm gonna beat you.
As I anxiously await the final season of Game of Thrones, I just wanted to give a thank you shout out to Lady Firesnow for posting these questions, and if anyone's interested in crafting more theories, you can find me on Twitter at KTFNCKNTRUCHON or via Gmail at katie.truchon@gmail.com. Thanks.
But there is dolphin noises. Sansa wins. That's my theory. She doesn't even want to be queen anymore, but she's on the Iron Throne by... I mean, her storyline does reflect that of Queen Elizabeth I. You know, Henry VIII's daughter with Anne Boleyn. I'm just throwing that out there. I'll fist fight over Sansa. Nice.
Can I give a spoiler that's not in the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
They have the spider had been involved in grooming another Targaryen to try to be raised among the people that can come in and rule effectively, which we have not seen in Westeros in a very long time. So I'm hoping maybe they do conceive, which may or may not be what happens, that we'll see them being groomed for, a knowledgeable and relatable good leader.
Yeah. I think Child definitely is coming because I saw the commentaries when Dan and Dave were actually watching the season 7, episode 7, I think it was, when they were in the pit. And when they were talking, and she says, Daenerys says, I can't have children. And they say, we'll see about that. So definitely a child is coming. You know, I think that was a dead spoiler giveaway. And
Sort of took a turn from that question, sorry.
Sorry.
But we like talking about theories and rambling, sorry. I mean, it's true. You can edit this out, it's fine.
I'm so sorry you have to watch all of this.
How?
I feel so empty. I'm haunted by